Yeah, Goth and Apton, you scoundrels. Good afternoon. Today we are going to talk all about tools. Too many people that I've been watching videos on don't know what some of the basic tools are. Now I know a lot of you have mega tools like me, hole saws, specialized tools, and so on. This video is going to be for the people that which are a lot of, I've noticed, that they can put together a real basic tool set and fix just about anything they need to. So I just got out my most basic tools, not my fancy scroll skulls, skill saws, and all the rest of the fancy specialized tools. We're just going to look at, just good basic tools. So the newbies and the people that just don't know, which is okay, it's okay not to know, will understand kind of what they need to have in their van at all times. And then that way, if they don't even know what to do, they'll have the tools there for somebody that comes to help them to fix it for them, which is half the battle. Okay, scoundrels, we'll get right into it. So the first thing you newbies need, or any person living in their RV van, should be a good hammer so you can beat the crap out of stuff. And a good all-around hammer is a claw hammer because they're easily accessible. Yes, you can get different mechanic hammers, but this one you can still pull a nail, you can pry something out. There's a lot of wood things inside a motorhome, so it makes a good choice. The next thing is, maybe I'll move these over here, is the screwdrivers. Is the first one. We call this a Phillips screwdriver. A lot of people call it a star screwdriver, and there's even number 1, 2, and 3 and all that. But a Phillips or a star screwdriver is what you need. That's one. A small green handle, because they'll be green for the small Robinson. It'll be a green-handled Robinson. You'll need a red-handled Robinson. And these are just basic tools that you should have in your van. Red-handled Robinson, or also known as a square. I'll see if I can get it close up there. You can see it's a square, which are quite just about the most popular now between that and Phillips. And then, of course, for radiator clamps and things like that, it doesn't hurt to have a small and a big flat screwdriver. And they're good for prying or taking off clamps or, all kinds of engine work. A lot of the clamps are just flathead too now still, so especially on your older vehicles too. Now, the newer vehicles, you might need some different screwdrivers because they have Torx screwdrivers, which I have here, but I'll show you when you buy this other kit. Those Torxes will be in there anyways. So then the other neat thing to have is a good old-fashioned crescent wrench, because sometimes, you got this odd size because of metric and standard. This will fit both as long as you have the room for it. I like to use box end wrenches more because they don't slip and round off the nuts, but in a pinch, these crescent wrenches are pretty darn handy. I feel like the tool guy. And then a needle nose plier. That's good for reaching into tight little spots to get out things. Needle nose pliers, good thing to have. Then a regular pair of pliers. Very important to have that. And then for cutting tie straps and string and all kinds of other things, we call these side snips pliers. And they're good for all kinds of different things too. Cutting small hoses off, tie straps, all different things. Have that in your kit. And of course, a really important thing is a really good razor knife that has extra blades, because that's very important to have those extra blades. And you can cut all kinds with a cheap $2 razor knife. This thing I've used for years and it's still going on strong. I just bought a whole pack of new blades for it. I'll be good for another 10 years. Then the creme of the creme, my old Black & Decker cordless drill died here not too long ago, and it lasted for almost 20 years. So I said, the heck with it. I bought a brand new cordless drill. It's only a 12 volt, but it has as much power as my old 18 volt did. Because it's got the lithium, with the new lithium batteries, and it's got the, the light. I don't know if you can see the light there, but what a beautiful thing to have in your van. And of course, some spare bits with it. Now, the other thing you should go out and buy, and I'm going to stand up for this, is these are a bit expensive, but they got everything in it. It's like 110 piece wrenches. You've got all your different screwdrivers, so you got backup to your other screwdrivers. You got deep sockets. You've got extensions. You've got 1/2 inch, 3/8, 1/4 inch ratchets, 1/4 inch sockets, 1/2 inch sockets, and 8 inch sockets. Believe it or not, with this set on a motorhome like this, there's very little I can't take apart with it. And then over here, it's got Allen wrenches. It's got Allen wrenches standard and metric on both sides. This kit has standard and metric wrenches, so it doesn't matter what you run into. You'll be able to get at it or take it off of me. And then I have all these bits that are interchangeable with this magnetic screwdriver, which is really nice, a magnetic one. And then there's some more bits. And there's spark plug remover also. So with a kit like this, and then that little pile of tools there, believe it or not, there's not a lot you won't be able to do. And to have that in your van, even if you don't know how to use the stuff, when you break down, then when somebody comes to help you, you can go, oh, if he goes, get me a Robinson screwdriver, you can go, oh, I got one of those. Get me a Phillips screwdriver. Oh yeah, I have one of those. And just teach yourself on these basic tools. Excuse me. And the rest will come to you quite easily. And then, so, I'm a licensed mechanic. I used to have the great big top and middle and bottom roll chest cabinets, fancy. But that's if you're in a great big shop or you got your great big garage, Now what I do is I just go out and have this old video box that held my cameras. And it was foam lined, so I threw all my tools in it. It's great for hauling them around. If I got to go do something, I have just about all my hand type tools with me. Now you can add on to your collection by getting a good vice grip. Here's a tin snips if you got to cut a piece of little metal. These things are older than I am, I think, but they will still work really good. And then there's some specialty tools in there too, but a good tape measure doesn't hurt. But this, you can go to like Midland Tools or someplace like that, or even Canadian Tire, and set yourself up probably with all of this stuff for less than $200, and that's even including the brand new cordless drill. So, because that stuff is becoming priced quite reasonable now these days. So, well, I hope this helps you guys in kind of getting an idea of what type of tools you should have in your van with you. I probably have more than I need, but, that's just because I'm now as a mechanic my whole life too. I used to paint aircraft, then I was in the car body shop, and then I took my mechanic's apprenticeship at Funk's Toyota, and so, I still don't know it all. I still learn every single day too, but, this will get you going. So you guys have a good afternoon. Skull!